understand, the inmate has been locked up for quite some time, and they now have the potential for probation, and all of you are really excited and all of that. But that's not how we do things in my courtroom. Do you understand? Am I making myself clear? Do I have to repeat myself? Because I don't like to repeat myself. Alright? Now, a part of probation that I take into consideration is the support system of the prisoner. If they have a strong support system that's going to keep them on track and not make them fall back into old habits. Alright, and right now, all of you, none of you is helping. None of you is making me want to give this prisoner probation. Alright, so all of you look like you're up for shenanigans. I want everyone to calm down in my courtroom. Can I get a yes, Judge? Thank you. Alright, bring in the prisoner. Okay. Hi, sweetie. Yeah, come on in. Not a word out of you. I mean it. Alright. Okay. Hear ye. Or whatever they say. I'm kind of new to this, to be honest. Welcome to my courtroom. How's everyone doing today? Good. Alright, that's good. That's good. I'm glad everyone is doing good. Okay. Now, prisoner 22567, prisoner 22567, or Janice. Am I pronouncing that right? Okay. Prisoner, sounds like they're bringing someone new in. Yeah. Prisoner 22567 or Janice, you are here today because you have the possibility for probation. Is that right? Okay. Well, we just wanted to obviously have you here today because this is the probation trial. You know, we gotta make sure that you are being a good prisoner. Look at your crime, the crime that you committed. You know, are you remorseful? You know, do you have a history of these things? And then we have to decide if we're going to allow you to, you know, be back into society. We also have to hear from some of your family for character statements, and then we also have to hear from your victim, which according to your file was your ex. Okay, well, he's here as well as his fiance or wife now, I believe, and they have to also give a statement to attest to you, you know, a testament to, you know, the type of person that you are and all of that. So, we're just gonna hear from everybody today, okay? Alright. Again, I don't want to have to repeat myself. I want absolute order in my courtroom. Am I making myself clear? Okay. Alright, let's get started. Okay, the first person that I want to hear from. You're a character witness for Miss Janice, right? Alright, come on up and sit at the stand here. We'll talk with you first, okay? Alright. What up? Okay. Hi. Can you state your name for the courts? Okay. It's nice to meet you, Cheryl. Can you tell us how you know Miss Janice? Okay, so you work with Miss Janice at the salon that she used to work at. Is that correct? That is correct. Okay, alright. Wait, which salon? I love that salon. Yeah, I just started going here. Yeah, you guys did this. My nails are a little grown out though. I'm gonna need an appointment soon. Okay, I didn't know that you used to. You must have been in jail because I never seen you before. That makes sense. But okay, so you work at the salon. Okay. Oh, Janice's cousin owns the salon and you just work at the salon. Okay, that makes sense. Okay. Okay. Well, that's how you know Miss Janice. How long have you known her? For as long as you worked at the salon. And how long was that? About 3 years. Okay, alright. So you've known her for quite a bit of time, enough to be a character witness. Let the jury take note of that, okay? Alright. Well, tell us about Janice. Tell us about her traits and just tell us about her. Tell us. Very passionate, okay? I can tell from a file. It says that Miss Janice is in jail for vandalism, assault with a deadly weapon, and kidnapping. So clearly she's very passionate. Maybe a little bit too much so, but very passionate, okay. A very loyal friend. Okay, well, that's a good trait to have, Okay, well, Janice doesn't sound too bad, Okay. Alright, well, I mean, hey, it seems like, from what I can tell, from inside of inside of your file, you were being a model citizen. You wasn't giving us too many problems in jail. It actually says that you were doing a lot of the inmates' nails. Not quite sure how you were doing that because we don't have a nail salon in the prison. I'll let it slide because it was productive and it was positive, but interesting. Yeah, you didn't get really much problems. You made lots of friends, so it just seemed like you were pretty remorseful. Anything else that you want to say about her, Miss Cheryl? Yes, I'm sure Janice meant well. She's just passionate. And she was put through a lot because of him. What was she put through? What was she put through? Between me and you. We won't tell the jurors whatever you hear in these next couple of minutes. Close your ears. Don't take that into consideration, okay? Okay. Oh. No. You're lying. So he was with her. Yes. Now wife for 10 years. And he was with Janice for like 3 or 4. And neither of them knew about each other. Oh, they knew about each other. Both of them. Ladies, come on. We gotta do better. He's not even all of that. Sorry. So what happened then? He was telling Janice he was gonna divorce his wife to be with her. Come on, Janice. You know that they never divorce their wives. They always tell you what they can't, get what they want. We never probably had any intentions. Yeah. What else happened? Tell me. You thought that you all was moving in together. Rookie mistake. I'm telling you, they tell you everything that you want to hear. Oh, Oh my God, you talk. All of that's not in your file. They didn't put any of that in there. See, this is what they like to do. They like to set up women like they're crazy and like they just, can't control their emotions. And it's just, oh, they're so crazy. But it's like, what did you do to make her crazy? What did you do to make her crazy? He was telling Janice he was gonna marry her. And, oh, God, ridiculous. And then he got engaged to his girlfriend of 10 years. Wow, he was telling Janice he was gonna marry her. And he was gonna, whatever, get rid of his, I guess he said he was gonna divorce his wife, so he was already married to her. Okay. But then he had a baby with her. Janice. And then what happened? And then you started really acting crazy. Okay. Well, I mean, at least I know that this is all essential information. I need to know what kind of person Janice is. Janice isn't some delusional, well, she is a little bit delusional, but she isn't some like crazy psychotic person that just all of a sudden decided to act crazy out of the blue without any reason or rhyme. She did this for a reason. As long as she doesn't get that reason again, she's not going to be a danger to society. So it all is important to know, Don't worry, girl. We gotta stick together. Yeah. Okay, do you have anything else that you want to say? No? Okay, alright. Well, you can go have a seat. I'm gonna call some other people up here. If you want, you can put me down for an appointment next week at 2 o'clock on Friday. If you want. If you also wanted to give me a discount or something, that would be fantastic. You're right, so alright, you can have a seat. I guess we'll call the man up next. Order. Come on. Okay, you're the victim. Alright, can you state your name for the courts? Okay, and how do you know Janice? I know this information, but just to make it clear for the jurors and all of that, State your name for the court. And how do you know Janice? You used to date Janice. Okay, when you was dating that other beautiful lady over there. Right? Well, I'm not judging. You just gotta make it clear. You were dating Janice, but you were dating Janice when you were dating that beautiful woman that's a little bit out of your league. Right over there. Janice is a little bit out of your league too, but... And you were the victim because you were the one that she battered and assaulted with a deadly weapon and robbery. Or vandalism, vandalism and assaulted with a deadly weapon and kidnapped. Sorry. That's you. Alright, well, as a judge, I've got to be fair and impartial. We gotta let the man speak, okay? And I have to hear, how what she did affected you and what she did exactly and the lasting effects that it left on your life and yada yada yada. Yeah, so go ahead and tell me about some of the stuff that you went through when you was with Janice, even though you shouldn't have been with her because you had a wife and a girlfriend and a fiance, but that's neither here nor there. I guess we're not here to judge your character, just Janice's, of course. Tell us. Yes, I know you and Janice were together for 4 years. Yes, I'm aware. Okay, Janice. and she would bust in your windows and break into your house. The house that you shared with this beautiful woman over here. Oh no, not the house. You had a separate house. Oh, of course. Of course, you had a separate house. A separate house for when you was canoodling with Janice. Naturally, you a seasoned cheater. One house is a rookie mistake, of course, of course. So she would break into your house and bust out your windows. Okay, what else did she do? What else did she do? She would pop your tires and scratch your car, key your car. Janice, no. What else? Tell me about the incident that landed her in this situation here. Tell me how she ended up with the battery and the vandalism and the assault with deadly weapon and the kidnapping charges. Tell me how she ended up with those charges. Tell me about that incident. Okay, I can't see now how she took it to hell. I can't see it. Okay, so she found out that your fiance was having the baby and she lost it. She completely lost it. She broke into your condo, your cheetah's condo, or the house that you shared. The cheetah's condo. She broke into the cheetah's condo. And then what? And she started beating you with her baseball bats. She started beating you with the baseball bats. Okay. And then what did she do? I'm afraid to ask, but I gotta. So I guess that's the battery, because she broke into your condo and she broke some, or excuse me, that's the vandalism, because she broke into your condo and she, broke some stuff, and then that's the assault with the deadly weapon being the bat. How do we get the kidnapping charge, Janice? How do we get the kidnapping? Yeah, okay, she wouldn't let you leave, which technically is kidnapping, and she locked the doors and she stood in front of it, and then she tied you up with some tape to a chair. Okay, well, yeah, that's definitely kidnapping. Okay, I see how we got here. Okay. Is there anything else that you want to say? Impact statement, how it impacted you, and, do you think that we should let that out? Like, what do you think? You think that we should keep her in? Why do you think that we should keep her in? Because you've been being loyal. You think that we should keep her in prison because you're able to be loyal when she's in prison, and you're not able to be loyal when she's free. So you want us to keep her locked up so that way you could be loyal. That's your reasoning. That's all you got. So you're incapable of keeping it in your pants when she's accessible to you. Okay, you do realize that that's a you problem, right? Just have a seat. I don't know why we let him speak. I really don't. Sit down. I believe we had another character witness for Miss Janice. You in the back there. Come on up. Ridiculous. Alright, sweetie, how are you? Can you state your name for the courts? Okay, and how do you know Miss Janice? Jaden, you said. Okay, and how do you know Miss Janice? Okay, so you're the cousin. You're the one that owns the nail salon. Oh, and Janice used to live with you. Okay, so you know her very well. You're related. You work together. You're her employer. Okay. And you just want to give me a little rundown of the type of person that Janice is. wasn't always this crazy. It was really just him. Okay, and you think she's a good person at heart that just made a mistake and she just needs another chance at life. No, I agree. I do. I can understand, really. Thank you. You're gorgeous, by the way. Thank you. You own the nail salon, right? You do? Okay, well, I'll be over there. I think I said Friday. Just so you know. Alright, you can have a seat. Alright, order, hear ye, hear ye. I have heard everyone's side of the situation, and I have come to the realization that Janice isn't solely the problem. The problem is the two of these people together. And I believe that if they were to be kept separate, they would not be as big of a problem. Janice would be completely harmless, and she would not be a danger to society. And so for that reasoning, I have decided to allow Janice probation. I know I'm supposed to involve the jury. I think, like I said, I'm a little bit new, but I feel like I got it. Y'all are good. I've decided to allow Janice probation with a couple of exceptions. Obviously, a couple of clauses involved. The main one being that the two of you are not allowed to interact. Janice, if I find out that you're with that man when you know you're not supposed to, you will be going back to prison. Okay? You two are not allowed to interact whatsoever. Texting, calling, in person, none of it. Okay? Y'all stay on different sides of the state. Alright, Janice, you're also going to have to do some community service as well as therapy and anger management. Okay? Also work on that self-esteem, girl, because he played in your face while you're in therapy. And then there are going to be some fines. Janice, I'm sorry, girl, but I have to. You messed up that man's house. Like, come on. You are going to have to pay for his damages. You know, so y'all can work that out through lawyers, through the court system. No direct conversations between the two of you. Your lawyers will set that up. Okay, lawyers? Alright, do we have any other things that we want to add before we are dismissed today? Nothing else? Nothing else? We're good. Alright, well, it has been decided, Janice, you can go ahead and go back with the correctional, officers, and then they're gonna set you up to be released at 2 o'clock today. 2 o'clock today. Family of Janice, you guys can pick her up there. Again, I don't want you talking to her. Alright? Because you wasn't innocent in all of this. And Patty that he's married to right now. I think you also should work on that self-esteem, because that man, garbage. Alright, everyone is dismissed. Have a great day. Patty's in the nail salon. I will see y'all Friday, okay?